Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca. Welcome to my home. It's so nice of you to join me. Thank you for popping by. I am going to be taking up a little bit of a challenge. I will be doing the Wartime Ration challenge, and I'll be doing it over 5 weeks because ounces and grams that you can buy products in today don't really tally up, but I think the best way of doing it is to turn 2 ounces, which would be 56 grams, into 50 grams, just to keep it simple. So most of the things that I've purchased are 250 grams, so 5 weeks. Now, I don't have coupons. You had 24 coupons every 4 weeks that you could live on. But instead, I'm going to ration myself to an overall total of £10 per week to spend. So my ration items come to £7. That leaves me £3 to play with. That money usually would go towards tinned foods, store cupboard ingredients, condiments, beverages, that sort of thing. So yes, let's see how we get on. I will put a list of what the rations are and what that equates to in today's weight. I will also put up a photo now of the rations that I've bought for the 5 weeks. It's excluding other meats. I didn't fancy anything at the moment. So I'm replacing the bacon for sausages because I find veggie sausages to be much nicer. So instead of 3 rashers of bacon, I will be having 3 rashers of, well, 3 sausages. So instead of weighing out all of these, they are about 10 centimetres. If you're doing it in imperial, it would be 1 inch per week, but that would be just a little over. So we want 1 week, so that is 2 centimetres. So that's our week's ration of butter. So we'll just wrap that back up. So what's going to happen with all these blocks, I will put them in the freezer. So, you know, just week by week. In fact, actually, it might be worth a go at just cutting them up. And then you can just take them out the freezer and let them defrost at their leisure. That's a good idea. So we'll do, there's week 2's. Week 3. I have crisp and dry in lieu of lard because I don't really like the idea of eating lard. And it was either this or Trex, and this was what I ended up with. Mum uses this, but in the liquid form, and she highly recommends crisp and dry. So I thought, well, I trust Mother. Yes. And then baking block is in lieu of the margarine, just because I don't want loads of plastic tubs, and I'm not keen on the spread margarine, the quality. So I thought, oh, okay, yeah. So I thought I'd go with this baking block. And then this cheese is an absolute bargain, 400 grams for £2.85. It's not bad, that, at all. So what I'm going to do now is cut these into fifths as well. And then I'll have 100 grams in lieu of, oh, where are we there? So I say that's 1/5, so that can go in the ration box. And so there's 2 and 3 cuts, and oh, hello. Coming apart. and I'm going to say that's a 4. Right, we'll have this one because I seem to have made a bit of a mess of it. There we are. These will be going in the freezer, so basically you get 2 of these each week. And that'll be the same with the margarine block. And then I get one lowly slice of cheese. If I was following this wartime ration as a vegetarian, like as the vegetarians, then I would get quite a bit more in lieu of not having meat on your ration. But I wouldn't then be able to have a play with all of the recipes in the cookbook that has come via my dad. So I want to have a play with the proper recipes. I mean, doing ration is doing it properly. There weren't that many vegetarians. There were actually vegans, 1944, and it started in Leicester. The Vegan Society began in Leicester, and oh dear. Right, so that's the Marge in 1944. A fascinating fact for you. Anyway, so there's 2. Alright, so that's the Marge. And then 3 and 4. There we are. Now obviously if I saw the grocer just doing that without measuring it out, then I'd have something to say. But seeming as how this is all going to be mine anyway, it'll get used eventually. There we go. So these blocks can now go in the freezer and these will go in the fridge. So here we are. This is a week's ration. There's more chocolate than I thought there would be, and there's definitely less cheese than I thought there would be, so we'll see how we get on. I want to try and not eat through the good stuff straight away and then be left with, you know, jam and toast for the rest of the week. So yes, so I'm going to sit tonight and do a bit of planning, and then tomorrow it begins. This is a litre bottle of milk, so it's just shy of 2 pints. So I am owed another pint of milk from my carton, but for now that's about 4 or 5 days worth of milk. Preserves, you were allowed 1 pound jar per 4 weeks. I haven't had to buy though because I've been gifted very kindly by Auntie Lorraine, who, if you're watching, hello Lorraine, hello Mr. and Mrs. Cross. Yes, she's gifted me a fair few jams and chutneys and things, so I'm okay for now for that. In regards to eggs, I do have my own chicken. Sadly she's the last of the lot, but she's a happy little bird, you know, she's clucking away fine and she likes her cuddles very much. But in regards to the war, you were encouraged to have your own chickens, and a pig. You know, there was a pig scheme on the go, but we're not going to go there. But yes, having chickens and having your own egg production was definitely encouraged. But in that case, you gave up your egg coupon, your egg ration, in lieu of chicken feed. So that's what I've put in the budget, is that's the cost of her feed. So, and you get a plethora of eggs. She pops when she wants to, and she has a day off when she wants to. You know, she's her own master. You know, I love her. It's so difficult to know who's in charge, the chicken or me. Oh, I don't know. Yes, and then the tea. Okay, yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Loose leaf tea I've found in the past does go further, and it's actually more economical. And not only that, it tastes better. I found the best cup of tea for me is loose leaf tea in a teapot, served into a fine bone china mug. Oh yes. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's psychological, but when you drink your cup of tea out of a nice china mug or china cup, whatever, yeah, it just tastes so much nicer than out of a ceramic mug. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Psychological. And then yeah, so all my fats. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think I'll be okay with the lard. The lard looks like it'll be too much. Looks like it'll be too much. But then again, they use it in pastries and things, didn't they? So we'll see. And then the sausages, I'm thinking maybe I definitely want to try and do a Sunday breakfast, or a decent breakfast once a week, a special breakfast, you know, sausage, beans, that sort of thing. So we'll see, and then maybe I'll have one for that, and maybe I'll have two for a stew or something. But yeah. So in regards to the veggies, I have a bit of store cupboard produce, in a sense of I've just harvested the last of my apples and pears, so I've got a few of those knocking around, and I've got green tomatoes. I will be making a chutney out of those. I've still got chard growing in the garden, so that's in lieu of that's my greens, but everything else is sort of, I haven't done as well as I would like to have done this year, but yes. So how it is, I'm treating it as though we've just heard the news, and what's in your cupboards is still in your cupboards, and you're going to eat your way through that, and then eventually over time the cupboards will be replenished by what you can get with your ration and your points. So I think with my points, my £3 in lieu of my points, I'd like to get maybe a store cupboard ingredient, such as a bag of lentils, rice, oats, especially oats. Yeah, I would also like to maybe get 1 tin of vegetables or something that I can use within a recipe, tin tomatoes, baked beans, that sort of thing. And then I would also like to get myself a tin of something that you don't need to prepare, because with this ration diet, you've got to make everything that you eat, you have got to make, unless you just have toast. So sometimes you're just not going to be in the mood to cook. So in that case, yes, so I'm going to have, I don't know, tin soup or macaroni cheese or some sort of veggie stew or something that I can get 1 tin a week as a treat, where I don't have to cook it. I don't have to stand and prepare it. It's just a meal in a can, ready to be put in a pan. That rhymed. And then what else? Probably, you know, a little bit extra for condiment or something. I mean, I've almost run out of ketchup. There's a few herbs that could be done with, you know, getting in. So yes. But on the whole, that's what I'm working with. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really looking forward to hearing your comments on anything that you think I could do better, any recipes that I should give a go, anything like that would be really, really fun to hear. Yeah. see how we get on. If you're inclined, maybe you could join me and we could do it together and, you know, respond in the comments. But either way, thank you, and tomorrow I will begin week 1, so check back every Friday to see how I get on. Bye!